Let me tell you something personal. There was a time when I thought I was stuck with English. I was watching videos, listening to podcasts, learning new words, but deep inside, I kept thinking, why do I keep hearing the same words? Why does this feel repetitive? Am I wasting my time? And maybe you've felt that too. You hear the same phrases, the same expressions, the same simple sentences, and your brain says, this is boring. I already know this. But today, I want to tell you something important. Repetition is not boring. What's boring is not understanding why repetition matters. And once you see it differently, everything changes. Take a breath. Slow down with me. This episode is about why repetition is actually the reason your English will finally start feeling natural. I remember one specific moment. I was listening to a very simple podcast, beginner level, almost childish. And I thought, I'm above this. But I kept listening anyway, day after day. Same voice, same words. And one day, something strange happened. I didn't translate anymore. The sentence just arrived, directly. No effort, no thinking. That's when I realized repetition wasn't holding me back. It was building something quietly. Here's a truth most people don't like. Your brain doesn't learn from excitement. It learns from familiarity. Think about your native language. You didn't learn it because every sentence was new. You learned it because you heard the same words thousands of times. Good morning. What are you doing? Come here. Look at this. Over and over and over again. And nobody called that boring. They called it life. Let me ask you something. When you hear a song you love, do you listen to it once? No, you repeat it, you sing it, you know it by heart, and suddenly it becomes part of you. Language works the same way. English is not information, it's a rhythm, and repetition is how rhythm enters your body. Here's something nobody tells beginners. When English starts feeling boring, it means one thing. Your brain is recognizing patterns. Boring doesn't mean useless. Boring means familiar, and familiar is powerful. The moment something stops feeling exciting is usually the moment it starts becoming automatic. Automatic is the goal. Not impressive vocabulary, not complex grammar. Automatic understanding. Confidence doesn't come from learning new things. It comes from knowing you won't get lost. Repetition creates safety. You hear the same structure again, the same sentence again, the same idea again. And slowly, you stop panicking. You stop thinking, what does this mean? And you start thinking, oh, I know this. That moment, that's confidence being born. Not loud, not dramatic. Quiet, stable, real. I used to feel guilty. Guilty for listening to the same content again. Guilty for not progressing fast enough. But now I understand something. Progress doesn't always look like movement. Sometimes it looks like staying. Staying with the same material, the same voice, the same level, until your brain says, I've got this. Let's make this practical. Repetition doesn't mean doing something you hate. It means choosing something simple and returning to it. Here's how to do it without suffering. Re-listen to the same podcast episode. Re-watch a short video. Reread a simple text, but each time with less effort. First time, you struggle. Second time, you recognize. Third time, you relax. That's learning. You don't need more content. You need deeper contact with less content. One episode repeated 5 times is more powerful than 5 episodes listened once. Let that sink in. Repetition makes English feel natural. The reason English feels heavy for many learners is because everything is new. New words, new sounds, new structures. Repetition removes weight. It turns English from a subject into a background sound, like music playing in another room. You don't focus on it, you just understand it. That's the dream. If you feel bored, don't escape. This part is important. If you feel bored, don't escape. Don't jump to harder content immediately. Don't blame yourself. Instead, say, "This is working." Because boredom means your brain is settling, and learning happens when things settle. So, if today you're repeating something, listening again, hearing the same words, you're not stuck, you're building roots, and roots grow in silence. This is LingoMania, where learning is calm, slow, human. And repetition? Repetition is not boring. It's how English becomes yours. And if you want to keep walking this path, you can subscribe and continue this journey with us. No pressure, just whenever it feels right. I'll see you in the next episode.